Hello, everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium, to the annual Spring Super Saturday of New Hampshire high school sports for 2026. We've got playoff baseball. The quarterfinals, number 5 seed Bishop Guertin will be hosting Timberlane in just moments. This is one of 4 D1 quarterfinal contests following a freakish first round featuring a flock of seemingly Fantasyland upsets that flipped the entire tournament upside down. The 3 bottom seeds, 13, 14, and 15, all survived, and the second, third, and fourth ranked teams' seasons are suddenly done. Hi, I'm John Collins, along with my longtime partner, Holman Hall of Fame sports writer Tom King, and we're ready for baseball, Tom, in a 2026 tourney where it is clear anything is possible.
Yeah, anything's possible in these tournaments. That's what you get in a single elimination tournament, because you think about it, you could be playing a team that has got a bad record. They snuck in, because the 70% rule cuts down a lot of them, cuts them out. But, you may have a 7 or 8 win team that gets in, but they've got that one pitcher, right, who won the majority of those games. And when that happens in the first round, they can get out of it.
Yeah, Exhibit A,
right.
B, and C is the
exactly.
15, 14, 13 seeds.
So now you get into the later rounds where the teams don't have that same pitching depth, and maybe they catch lightning in a bottle, but the odds are then against them more. So we'll see what happens today. Now, Guertin's got Cooper Hand going today. He's their most second consistent pitcher behind Ben Geiger. It's funny, John, Guertin teams have been deep in pitching and not great hitting. This year, they're good in pitching, but not as good. But much better hitters.
Matt Fitzgerald, first pitch swinging, hits a 2-hopper to shortstop, and making easy work of that is Gavin Santos for out number 1. 1 up, 1 pitch, and 1 down in the quarterfinal round here at Holman Stadium on Super Saturday.
And the thing is, you've got to play to, you've got to be careful as a coach, right? You don't know with your pitching, if you hold back a guy who you think is really good, there's no tomorrow, right? So you've got to go with your best guys to start the tournament, and that's what Guertin did. They used their Ben Geiger, and now they've got Cooper Hand. And then if they win this, they'd have Geiger available for the semis, and then you go, see what happens in the finals.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if any of the other teams spared one of their best pitchers in that loss. That's surprising. First-round loss, such as Pinkerton was the number 2 seed. They're gone. And as is Dover, the number 4 seed, thanks to these Timberlane Owls.
Nashua South made that mistake
a
few years ago, and they paid for it.
I got a question for you, though. In your long sports writing career, high school sports I'm talking now, have you ever seen a 13, 14, 15
John,
trio?
It happened 3. I haven't seen
over the head of the third baseman and taking advantage of the hard-baked infield. The 2-hitter, Adrian Carrasquillo, the shortstop for Timberlane, with the first base runner of the game. Base hit to left.
What happened there at third, John? He was playing in. If he's playing back, he fields that ball cleanly.
Right, so everybody just needs to bunt it when he's back and hit one of those when he's up, which is easier said than done, but yes.
But a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, Nashua North was like the 14th seed. They made the semis and almost made the finals.
I was just talking about
not that quantity of offsets.
Quantity, yes.
Well, actually, you know what?
First pitch swinging, a lot of it, and it's a tough play. It's a fair ball. It's going to fall.
Going to drop.
And alert base running by Carrasquillo. He read that well. He was more than halfway to second when that fell in for a base hit off the bat of James Hannaford, the Timberlane catcher in the 3 spot. Fists a blooper to right, and the Owls have a bit of a rally going here. First and second with 1 out.
And a lot of noise in this game coming from both benches, huh?
Yes, sir. So that was actually Mike Santusuaso that got that base hit. And another first pitch swing. This is by James Hannaford, the catcher, in the cleanup spot.
Hand is not going to fool a lot of hitters. They're going to have to, he's going to put the ball, where you can hit it. And that's the thing that they're going to, well, not that time he didn't.
Hit by pitch.
He looked at his hand right after he did it, and the ball just didn't do what it was supposed to do.
So 3 batters aboard after the initial ground out. Bases are loaded for Kieran Lamb.
And I'm sure if you talk to Scott Painter after the game, he'll say, well, I wasn't too concerned. None of the balls were hit hard, right?
Right. Yeah, the chopper that found a way, the blooper that found a way, and a hit by pitch. So no really hard hit ball yet off of Cooper hand, but he's in a major jam as he throws ball 1 to Kieran Lamb. We're number 1, the left fielder.
Now, I don't know how many pitches Ben Geiger threw the other day. I can't imagine it was a whole ton but he did, I believe he went all 5. But, he's available in relief if you need him.
The 1-0, top foul to the left.
Not for a full game, but he's available in relief if you need him.
Good to know for BG. Timberlane finishing the season very hot. They won their last 5 regular season games before upsetting Dover in the first round.
That's something that everybody probably overlooked, right? They need to look at that. Team that finishes the year hot like that.
And is it fair or foul? Just foul as BG catches a break on a line drive that just hooks off the bat of Kieran Lamb.
But believe me, BG's got a pitching plan. So they know who's next and who's next and who's next. They know 2, 3, 4, 5 down the road in terms of in this game how many, who's available and in what order they want to use them.
The Timberlane bench, or their fans, are very vocal here in the top of the first inning as they're looking to take a lead on Bishop Guertin. Hard hit to left. It's going to go right over the left fielder's head. Lamb hammered it, and everybody might score. Let's see how they play it over the head of the cutoff man with the hold. The trail runner at third base. It's a 2-run double for Kieran Lamb, and there's a lot of Timberlane fans making a lot of noise for good reason.
It's the bench that's making a lot of noise, John.
Yeah, it is. It is the bench.
That should have been an out. Misjudged out in left field. Didn't get it quick off the bat. Didn't realize how hard it was hit. And, anything in the air in a high school game, John, I worry about, right?
Yeah.
And that is a triple or double over the head of the left fielder. Misplayed, and
unfortunately,
it's a 2-0 lead.
It looked like the left fielder for BG.
And that's going to be an infield fly, so
that is a batter automatically out. That was Nate Hutchins, the pitcher, that made that out. So
you get 2 bloop hits, two El Cheapos.
Yeah, and here's Frank Carrasquillo, brother of Adrian, that scored the first run.
You have 2 El Cheapos, a hit by pitch, and then the one hard hit ball that was misjudged. If you're Timberlane, what good teams do, and they obviously have suddenly become a good team, is they take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah. It was Bowen which Bowen was it that made that fatal step in left field?
Nate, it would be Nate.
Nate, he came in on it a little bit, and that was what would cost him.
Yeah,
he needed to take 2 steps back.
It was not a wind-dated hit or anything like that. He just made the wrong judge.
Fist it to center. This might play 2 runs.
Yeah.
They're going to wave the trail runner, and they get all 4 home on a single to center by Frank Carrasquillo, and a tremendous start to this quarterfinal round game for the Owls. They're up 4-0 in the first.
How about that, huh? But I'll tell you what.
Talk about a hot team.
I'll tell you what, though. Don't be shocked if Guertin's bats can match this. This is the best hitting Guertin team that I've seen in a long time. If they're off the board in the first inning, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, they do have their work cut out for them. We'll have to see who Nate Hutchins they're going to put on the mound for Timberlane. Ground ball, left side, charging it.
Play.
Really tough play. Off balance, and he makes the play across the diamond. Gavin Santos to Nate Weiner.
Santos, he's going to be an all-stater, I'm sure. Maybe he already is. I think they had the meeting already, and some of the news came out. But Santos is a top shortstop in my book.
Very few shortstops, high school shortstops, would make that play, and a nice scoop on the back end by Weiner, and a huddle down in front of the BG dugout, Tom. And
yeah, because you're just basically saying, this is just don't, and it's all players. There was no coaches in that huddle, all players.
Good point.
So
yeah. and led by Liam Ireland, who will lead off his team, the center fielder, who had a fantastic game in the opening round as they knocked out Wyndham in a mercy rule game, 12-2.
And they've already got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Guertin. Because, two of those balls were hard hit. The line drive to center and the line the ball over the left fielder's head.
Yeah, Cooper wasn't missing many bats in that first inning.
That's what Cooper does. He doesn't deceive you.
Yeah.
So, that's what's going to happen. I saw that last night in the Silver Knights game. They brought in the closer from Fairfield, 9 saves, and he couldn't get anybody out because he threw a straight fastball. It didn't have any movement on it, and Worcester was just teeing off on it for 2 straight innings. And finally they had to get him out of there. And Nashua almost blew a 7-0 lead, but your second baseman made the play, Vacchiano.
Yeah, he's a really good second baseman.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But that's what happens. You got to be able to hit spots, and Cooper Hand's pitches were, I guess I'll say hittable, but I'd rather even use the phrase swingable, right?
Yeah.
They were swingable. You were going to make contact.
So we move along to the bottom of the first inning, and BG does find themselves down by 4 runs as they will come to the plate. Timberlane has, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, never made it to the state championship game in their history.
I don't know that for sure. I think they haven't been in D1 their entire history, so I'd have to look all that up.
I combed through it. I couldn't find it.
I'd have to look all that up.
And I also looked in the lower divisions.
Yep.
They used to go, before they formed Timberlane High School, in 1966, a lot of the kids from Atkinson, Danville, Plasto, Sandown, they attended Haverhill High School across the state border.
That's interesting.
Yes, and then they formed Plasto's Timberlane High School, named for the timberland where it was built, and they built a lane through it and put up a high school.
Timberlane Regional High School.
High School,
draw
right.
from all around that area.
Yeah, but
they're
since 66.
Good in some sports, not good in others. I know that girls soccer a few years ago, they were very good. They gave BG all sorts of fits and knocked them out of the playoffs one year.
And their lacrosse team, girls lacrosse.
Also, their AD, Angelo Fantasia, has been there a long time. And that's after he served about 3 or 4 years as the AD in Nashua. So, Angelo
There's
Fantasia,
some connection there.
AD, and I love Angelo because he's a Yankee fan. He's probably a big fan and everything else. So.
Yeah, poor Aaron Judge is hurt. So, and I'm not being facetious about that. I don't like to see people get hurt. I want to see him win or lose on the field. But he was playing with a broken rib or a cracked rib apparently for a month or more. With that, 1-2 is the count to Ireland.
Yeah, he had some shoulder issues. Everybody thought it was the shoulder, right?
It's all connected,
right.
though. Yeah.
Everything's all connected, and they finally realized, nope, it's not. And so anyway,
Liam Ireland,
who's been
trying to get on base.
He's been a good leadoff hitter for them.
And you got to just do what you've been doing as an offense. You can't get hit a 4-run homer with nobody on,
right.
etc.
Yeah, what they do is they string hits together and they score runs. That's what they do. Like I said, I'd be surprised if they don't, put up a real good challenge in this game today.
It'll be Ireland, Weiner, and Santos due up very hard and deep to left.
There you go.
It's got a chance to get to the wall, and it does. And Ireland turns on the Jets.
Told you.
He hit the daylights out of that one.
This team will hit the baseball.
And it's Nate Weiner's turn now with 1 out and Ireland at second base. As proves Tom right immediately with that bomb to left, the hardest hit ball of the game already.
Yep.
And here is Nate Weiner to face Nate Hutchins of the Timberlane Owls. Trying to get the first out. First, we'll have a conference on the mound. Out to talk to him will be
what is the receiver?
James Hannaford.
Is the receiver not working in the pitcher's ear?
That's a thing we've gotten used to now in the major league level. And,
I don't like it.
And then they have the video replays, and they got the exit velocities, and of course the ABS, the whole thing about challenging balls and strikes.
I could care less about exit velocity. Is the ball out? Is it in? Is it in? Really?
Old school
well,
talk.
why? I mean, look, that's just
foul straight back.
You know, they put somebody in the line. They'll put somebody. You have a 300. You got a guy hitting 300, and there'll be a guy hitting 230. They'll put the 230 guy in because his exit velocity is better. That's just ridiculous.
That's right.
It is. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And so Nate Weiner, 0-1 pitch on the way from Hutchins, bounces inside and
almost hit him.
Perfect read by Ireland. He's on third in an eye blink, and he is there with nobody out on a wild pitch.
Fasten your seatbelts, John. You're going to be here for a while.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lacrosse game today?
It's at 4, but I got a partner, so hopefully
that's good.
I'll make the second quarter at this rate.
That's good.
Yeah, the 1-1 pitch.
If I was the guy doing it with you, I'd throw you under the bus. I'd say, John.
You know the guy doing it with me.
Yeah, I know.
Used to play lacrosse goalie once or twice.
All right, count how many times he says it today.
All right.
Yeah,
but you know what? He earned it. 2 balls and 1 strike.
No, he didn't. That's all done and over.
He earned that knowledge.
Living in the past. Come on.
We all are.
Count how many
2-2, back to the screen.
Speak for yourself. Count how many times he says it. I want to know. All right? We're talking about Rich McDonough.
By the way, if you want to live in the past, 1987, the last time the Bishop Guertin Cardinals won a state championship when Tom King was a young man. That's how long ago it was.
Tom King got nailed in the shoulder by a line drive in that championship game.
Really?
Yep.
What a memory on you. And a foul tip into the mitt, so Weiner strikes out against the relentless strike throwing of
giving
Nate
some
Hutchins.
information to
sure. The
Sirocco.
pitch repertoire. Here's Gavin Santos, the 3-hitter for the Cardinals.
22, Gavin Santos.
Yep. Giving some information to Santos. I'll guarantee that Santos will drive in this run.
That's a big guarantee.
Yeah, it is.
Curveball stays up and in.
Unless he walks.
Yeah.
I can't control that.
Interesting configuration here. They're going to concede the run in the middle.
Yeah, why not? You got a 4-0 lead. Yeah, but you're right. Interesting configuration, bringing it in the infield.
And that's 2 balls and no strikes.
They're going to pitch carefully to Santos.
Yeah, because they just heard what you said there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The guarantees.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of put him on and set up the double play the whole bit.
And they would be taking their chances with Tyler Parks, who is on deck.
Parks is a real good hitter, John.
Seems like they're loaded with real good hitters.
This is a great hitting Guertin team. They were hitting 300 as a team over back when the last time I saw them when they played Exeter about a week and a half ago. And they pummeled that. They mercy ruled Exeter. You never see that happen.
So it looked like Santos picked it up all the way, but he was looking middle in, so he took it on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Hutchins. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
That's a good pitch.
Yeah, it was.
I think my guarantee is in trouble.
Well, after that, top corner, outside corner with velocity, if you can repeat it, tough to make contact on that one, but he has to go the other way with it if he does.
You got to spoil it.
Or spoil it.
Spoil it.
The 2-2.
Let's see, off speed or just try to blow it by him. Oh,
that was close.
Off.
That had to be just off or low.
Last night, that was a strike of the FCBL game.
I feel like it could have been. Of course, we don't have the best angle.
You have a better angle.
Oh, it was over the plate.
You have a better angle than I do. I'm
on
in the booth.
plate.
It's two.
Yeah.
I'm in the booth two rooms down because I just
might have been low.
Yep.
3-2 pitch on the way, and a good spoil right there by.
Oh, he swung a ball forward.
You think so?
Yes, that ball was tailing to the outside part of the play. Outside.
I'll tell you where it was. It was right on the chalk of the left-handed batter's box, and I have seen pitches called there before. I don't know what the umpires.
Well, you see that space
with
between.
The zone.
You see that space between the plate and the.
I do.
Right.
I do.
That shouldn't have been a. He swung a ball for there.
Could be playable. Long run for Carrasquillo, the first baseman.
Got it.
And he caught it. Did he catch? He caught that, the first baseman.
I don't know if they ruled him out. No, they did not. He did not catch it.
Excuse me. I got obscured by the catcher, actually.
Yeah, no, I watched it, and the ball hit the ground. It was a rule of the trap.
You know, they both got there, and nobody really called for it.
No one in high school knows how to catch a foul pop, right?
Exactly.
They just don't.
Yeah, and somebody needs to take charge,
That's the catcher's ball all the way.
He needed to say, I got it.
And that would say, I got it, and just go right underneath it and grab it. Long run for the first baseman. Santos has second life.
And he fouls another one
Right,
off.
so they are pitching away.
They are pitching away. They're living out there.
So I would come up and in on them now. Come up and in with a
If
high
you
fastball.
can.
Because what's the risk? So you walk them. Big deal. Right.
Set up a force play,
Set up
double
a
play.
force, set up a first and third. I mean, you set up a double play the whole bit, except the first and third steal play could be on. But
We do have replays, Tom, too. I want to say Dan Young back in the studio running the show.
Yep.
And for Pete Johnson today. Having replays is great, especially in a game like this. There's going to be a lot to look back at, I'm sure.
Pete Johnson on another junket.
Just hammering people that aren't here, man. It's like
Got more junkets than retirees, I'm telling you.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the pitch. And this one is going to be fouled, but it's a long run for everybody.
Caught, you got to, and that's a break for Timberlane, John.
That would have been a run.
That is a break for the Owls. If that ball is caught, it's going to be a run.
And depending on what Santos does in the rest of the at-bat, but yes, it could be. I think Gavin likes the fact that they didn't catch it because I believe he's determined to get a hit
exactly.
or make it on first.
He wants to get on first, keep the train going here.
What a battle this is.
This is a great battle. It was about an 9-pitch at bat.
It feels
right
like
now.
9 at least.
Yep, he's fouled off 4
Timeout
in
call.
a row.
4 in a row. And a couple of them that Tom believes were ball 4.
Yeah, I think they were.
He's in swing mode for sure. Of course, he's got to lay off a ball in the dirt. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Nate Hutchins.
I'd bounce one in the dirt if I were them. Up and in, like I told you. That's where he went. And he got him. Up and in.
That was the ideal spot.
You get a guy that's in swing mode, I guarantee you that's the place to do it. So my other guarantee is out the window. I was 1 for 2 there, John.
Yes. So 2 strikeouts for Hutchins in this first
and a
inning.
Runner at third with Tyler Parks, a very good hitter up. But now the sac fly is taken out. But the break Timberlane got, no catch on that foul ball.
Tell you what, Tom, psychologically, this is a big moment in this game.
It is. You do not want to go away 0. And then because now.
After the leadoff double.
Right, because now Timberlane's shown they can put the runs up. I don't think they're stopping at 4 in this game. Do you?
Doesn't feel like it at all.
No, I know it.
But stranger things have happened in baseball games where teams score in the first inning, they don't score for the rest of it. Of course, it was only 1 run, but that happened to the Silver Knights in our Education Day game on Wednesday.
Yeah, that was a weak run too, right? It wasn't,
and then they
it
didn't
was on a
score
double steal. It wasn't on a
8 more innings of scoreless ball after that. So,
they've had the bats going the last couple of nights. Up in Vermont, they lost by 3, but they scored 6 runs, but they were down early.
Good news. Up and away.
And then last night they win.
Hutchins, all those pitches, Tom, where he could have walked Gavin Santos.
But now he's 3-0. If I'm Parks, I'm taking all the way here.
Got to.
I do not give him the green light.
Yeah. Because you could overswing in the situation. Pop it up. That's a strike. Waist high outer corner again.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch. If you're trying to pull that pitch, you're going to bounce it.
Even with a green light, you don't want that one.
Right fielder playing in shallow.
Timberlane with 6 seniors on the team. BG with 10. Strike
Outer
2.
half of the plate.
Wow, good command for Hutchins in this first inning.
He has gotten good command. He has put pitches where he wanted to put them. Those swings that Santos had when I said they were ball 4s, they weren't ball 4s by much.
We're back to a full count. Tyler Parks.
I go up and in.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
Here it is.
He does.
He did.
Fisted, and it's going to be
a long run.
No.
Wow, he hit that spot again, Tom.
He did. I told you, up and in. You get a batter.
That's not easy, though. You can miss inside, hit the batter.
That's all right. You don't worry about that.
Because you can
got
walk
first base open. There's nobody at second. You want,
Pitching coach Tom King, you're
don't
right
worry
on, man.
about it.
Yep. So
get him to swing at a pitch that's
I tell you what, if you're hunting that pitch and tomahawk at the left, that'd be good. But it's a lot to think about now for Tyler Parks, who's just trying to get on base, drive the run in at the same time. The 3-2 fights it off, and it looked like he was going back to the up and in spot.
Up and in spot, but it wasn't quite as the velocity wasn't quite there, and it was just a little bit more out over the plate.
Well, you can see it's an uncomfortable.
But he won't go there a third
swing.
time. My guess is he's going to go to the outer half of the plate.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're in the zone today, Tom, calling these pitches. He's going to go on the outer edge.
Let's see if he does.
Down the middle,
Down
maybe
the
by
middle.
accident.
No, I don't think so. I
No?
think it's straight fastball. He was
Looked like the catcher might have been setting up over the outer, but he threw a strike, though.
But it's all fastballs.
Yeah.
So if it's all fastballs, I'll tell you what. If you change speeds on this, Parks is in trouble.
Very much so.
Yep.
But it's a
So let's see
bold
if he
pitch
has
to
a
make.
changeup in his arsenal, because that's even more dire than a curve. Fastball popped up. That's going to be caught.
And it is the first baseman,
Yes,
Carrasquillo, that
and
puts it away.
Guertin
No
does not
runs
score.
scored.
Wow.
Despite the leadoff double by Ireland.
All right, John Collins, I'm down on the field for an inning or two. I'll be back up.
All right, hurry back, Tom King. Quarterfinal round baseball, 7 innings, so every inning a little bit more important than in a 9-inning game. And after 1 full, it's Timberlane 4 and Bishop Guertin nothing. The Timberlane Owls, by my count, never making it to the championship game in New Hampshire boys baseball. Streak that Bishop Guertin would like to continue. They've made the state finals every 10 years for the past 2 decades. In 2006 versus Memorial, where they were on the losing end of a 5-4 contest in the D1 final. And then in 2016, they made it back and lost to Bedford, got embarrassed by the Bulldogs 22-4 10 years ago. And that's how long it's been since BG got a team into the final. They appear to have the personnel to do it again this year, to make it 3 straight 0-6s. But right in this particular quarterfinal game on their home turf here at Holman, they have their work cut out for them. As Cooper Hand comes back out for another inning of work. Looking down to the bullpen, that's Cole Lancaster, junior pitcher that's warming up for the Cardinals. Cooper Hand just a sophomore. So see if he can keep some Owls off of the bases as he works toward the bottom of the order. So it's Joe Raymond is the batter for the Timberlane Owls. Leading off in the top of the second inning is the number 13 seed, tries to add to their 4-0 lead. They have won 6 in a row, including the first round playoff game. Joe Raymond batting in the DH spot instead of the third baseman, Xander Godzik, who is a defensive player today, and Raymond is the offensive player in that 9 spot in the order. Then we'll go right back to the top of the order. On deck is Matt Fitzgerald, who grounded out before that 4-run rally. You don't see that too much when the leadoff batter makes it out and you still get the 4-run inning. 3 balls, no strikes. Cooper Hand seeming to have his sweaty palm there as he trying to get that ball dry before delivering this 4th pitch of the inning. Taking all the way, strike on the outer edge to Joe Raymond. Timberlane Owls. Let's see, Joe is a hard hit ground ball at the second baseman, gobbling it up. Tyler Parks, very smooth over there on a very hard hit 1-hopper. 1 up and 1 down in the Timberlane second. Caleb Vacciano playing second base these days for the Silver Knights.
Now batting, number 7.
Might have left some gold glove dust out there, and Tyler Parks made a really difficult chance look easy. Here back to the top of the order. Matt Fitzgerald grounded out on the first pitch of the ball game to Gavin Santos at shortstop on a 2-hop chopper. His first pitch swinging again. He pops this up right side, and calling for it is Nate Weiner backing up in foul territory without number 2. So here comes Adrian Carrasquillo that hit that ground ball single. Carrasquillo playing shortstop for the Timberlane Owls. Adrian, a sophomore. Talented looking player. First pitch swinging, ground ball slowly hit up the middle. Parks, the ball comes up for him a little bit, makes a nice play going from his left to right in front of the second base bag, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Cooper Hand. Two tough chances at second base handled very nicely by Tyler Parks to take us to the bottom of the second. Timberlane looking to be the spoiler again in this game where they are clearly the lower seed at 13 to Bishop Guertin's 5. BG ending the season 14-5 with that first round win. You can call them 15-5 that beat Wyndham 12-2 in a Mercy Rule game that we did here on Nashua ETV. We have Jimmy Ahern on camera and on the controls along with Michaela Savageau. And back in the studio, Dan Young to bring you this playoff baseball game on what is considered Super Saturday. All kinds of playoff tournament action in girls and boys lacrosse, in baseball, and in softball, all happening on the same day all over the state of New Hampshire. So usually you have to show an ID. I guess it's before the semifinal contest, but what kind of a staff would the NHIAA have to have if they had to station somebody at every one of these playoff games today to check IDs and take admission? So you can't do it. They just wait till the semifinals to do that. But they certainly do group a lot of action. In fact, there used to be, I think, the state track meet, high school track meet at UNH on this day also, and they decided to move that to Sunday to spare everybody the overload. The absolute overload that would have represented. But, yes, the top, the 2, 3, 4 seeds were upset in round one. And you have 4 teams that were surprised to be hosting a playoff game today, including Bishop Guertin. They figured they might be headed to Dover to play the number 4 seed after they beat Wyndham. But no, then they've got the news that Timberlane upset Dover. And this quarterfinal was to be played at the home of the higher seed, which is here in Nashua. The interesting thing about that non-happening, ground line drive off the glove of the third baseman, recovers quickly and throws accurately to first base for out number 1. Geiger lines out to the third baseman on what is going to be scored a ground out, but it was a wicked line drive, and perfectly positioned over there was Xander Godzik. Good recovery. He recognized that Geiger doesn't run all that fast, so he still had plenty of time and made an accurate throw. 1 up, 1 pitch, and 1 down in the BG second inning. That one is up and in for ball 1. This is Caden Sirocco, the DH in today's game. One of many players with big hits in the first round contest. Big pop-up to the shortstop. Carrasquillo makes the play. Adrian out number 2. Left side of the infield showing off some leather in this second inning. As we move along to
Now batting, number 8, Cam Flanders.
Cam Flanders. First pitch swing, fouls it off to the left. And that one's outside. Just barely. The Timberlane fans certainly wanted that pitch, but it's 1-1 to the Silver Knights right fielder, Cam Flanders. Line drive at the shortstop, Adrian Carrasquillo, and you see stuff like that. Line drive at third, line drive at short, and you start to wonder maybe it's not BG's day. Maybe this magical run by Timberlane will continue as they get 3 up and 3 down in the BG second inning on 2 line drives included. So 5 innings to make up those 4 runs or more for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals in order to keep their season alive. was a rough 2026 season for North. They won Game 1 before losing all other games for the rest of the season. They finished 1-18. They scored a total of 14 runs in those 18 losses. They were shut out 9 times and only scored 1 run 7 times. So they're going to try to reload the bats of the Titans and come back stronger in 2026. South, the number 11 seed, lost to number 6 Londonderry 5-2. Interestingly, that was the same score of the game in which South played at Londonderry on the same field 8 days earlier, 5-2 in the regular season and then 5-2 in the tournament. And so the Lancers move along. This broadcast is made possible by local Comcast television subscribers. Thank you for your support. But did you know that in addition to watching us on Channel 22, you can stream Nashua ETV on the go? Just download the Nashua Community Media TV app on your smartphone or tablet to catch the best of Nashua ETV wherever you are. But from wherever you're watching, we'd like to thank you for watching Nashua ETV. Tom King was having a lively conversation with somebody down in the first row. Fortunately, it was G-rated. Nothing wrong with it. Tom is a G-rated guy anyway, but I love the fact that he's always on Pete Johnson about the field mic catching up, possibly risque conversations, and now he is the danger. He's right down behind home plate, getting those photos. First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit to left, and so the Timberlane Owls continue their onslaught as a line drive goes to right, and Mike Santosuaso leads off. He has 2 hits in the game now for the
Now batting number 8, James Hannaford.
The 3-hitter for Timberlane. You can see why he's in that 3 spot. James Hannaford in the cleanup spot was hit by a pitch and scored one of the 4 runs in the first inning rally. And a healthy leadoff of first. Goes to bunt. The ball got away a little bit. Might have hit the umpire's shin guards. Not sure how it rebounded out into the field of play, but pouncing on it was the relief pitcher for the Cardinals. Newly into the game for BG is Cole Lancaster, on in relief of Cooper Hand, who started, gave up the 4 runs. Some luck involved for Timberlane in that first inning, a bloop hit, and that's a line drive. It's caught in the air, and the throw to first base in time for the double play. So the first real big mistake of the game by Timberlane, lining the bunt to the third baseman for a double play to diffuse a budding rally here in the 3rd inning. That was Hannaford, a cleanup batter who I'm guessing is not accustomed to bunting very much. And his sacrifice bunt attempt goes wrong as Nate Weiner held on to it for a second to make sure he had a player at first base, either Tyler Parks or Ben Geiger, to receive the throw and completed the double play. A good strong toss over there to beat the runner. Santosuaso getting back. Here's Kieran Lamb, the left fielder who crushed a double. Biggest hit of the game for Timberlane, of maybe their season, to give his team a 2-run lead before he was brought home on Frank Carrasquillo's 2-run single. Still the go-ahead hit as we talk here with Kieran Lamb standing in there. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count is in his favor as Cole Lancaster kicks and delivers. Hard hit to left center field. Long run and a catch made out there and left by Nate Bowen. A good read on the ball, and a well-struck line drive deep to the gap by Kieran Lamb is caught for the 3rd out of the inning. So Timberlane threatens, but they do not score thanks to the bunt-out double play. 5-3 off the bat of Hannaford. John Collins along with Tom King at historic Holman Stadium on Super Saturday of all kinds of New Hampshire high school action. Interesting thing about looking up the history of Timberlane High School, formed in 1966 in an area where there was lots of logging. That was the economic foundation of the area. Atkinson, Danville, Sandown, Plasto, in that area where they cleared all of the trees, all the lumber away to build the high school. And celebrating the physical environment where the school was built. That's why they named it Timberlane. Timberlane is a unique high school name. Nowhere else in the United States is there a Timberlane High School, and nowhere else in the United States is there a Bishop Guertin High School, named after the former bishop of the Manchester Diocese, George's Abbot Guertin, who was bishop way back in 1903 to 1931. And that's who the school's named after. You can see why they're a uniquely named school as well. Got lost in the history books last night prepping for the game, but found it interesting. And also interesting that, as weird as spelling as you think Spalding is, Spaulding, there is another Spalding High School named after a different guy in Barry, Vermont. So there's only 2 Spalding High Schools in the United States, and they're both here in New England, one in Rochester, New Hampshire, and the other one in Barry, Vermont. Leadoff batter for, keep wanting to say the Silver Knights, but it's Cole Lancaster that takes one off of the back, and he'll gladly trot down to first base. So newly into the game pitching, and doesn't have to worry about swinging the bat because he's on base with 1 pitch to lead off here in the 3rd inning.
Now batting number 16, Jake Bowen.
Jake Bowen in the 9 spot for Bishop Guertin, looking still up at that 4-0 deficit, takes ball 1. First hit by pitch of the game. First real mistake on offense by Timberlane came in the previous frame where they bunted into a double play, and now first hit by pitch by their starting pitcher, Nate Hutchins, who's been terrific to this point as he misses with 3 in a row to begin this 3rd inning. Hit by pitch, and now 2-0 on the 9-hitter, Bowen. The pitch is up and away. Fastball misses, and it's gone to 3-0. And first signs of struggling for Nate Hutchins, who seemed to have almost perfect command in innings 1 and 2. BG sniffing an opportunity here. If they can get their bottom 2 batters in the order on base, they'll spin it back to Liam Ireland, who's on deck. Right down Broadway. Splits the plate 4 different ways. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hutchins in the stretch. This 4-0 lead's kind of taken the juice out of the BG running game. They want to run into an out. Ball 4 down. 5-pitch walk to Bowen. And best case scenario for BG to have the 8-9 batters aboard and back to the top of the order. It's going to be a mound visit for the Owls. Head coach Alex Horgan making his way to the mound. Alex Horgan, whose wife is the Plasto girls lacrosse coach. Alex Horgan has been the baseball coach at Timberlane for 6 years after being an assistant baseball coach for 6 years before that. He graduated from the school in 2009, where he starred in at least 2 sports that I read about. Football, baseball.
Number 4, Liam Ireland.
Here's Liam Ireland, who stars in soccer and in baseball. I believe the BGAD, Ryan Brown, told me that Liam is going to play soccer at the next level. Checking the runner at second base is Hutchins, and a big jam here. Line drive, base hit to left center. Liam Ireland wastes no time in hitting it into the gap and plating 2 runs. Oh, the captain for BG's team comes through again. 2 doubles in 2 trips to the plate by Liam Ireland. And whatever the mound visit was about, it wasn't going to stop him. He is a juggernaut in these playoffs and has been throughout the season, and it's going to be a pitching change for the Owls. It is now a 4-2 game just that quickly. BG answers the call here in the third inning. Second time through the order, starts with a bang off the bat of Liam Ireland as he drives in both the 8 and 9 batters from first and second. That was a no-doubter base hit to the gap. Good job by the sliding center fielder for Timberlane to get there and cut it off. Matt Fitzgerald going into a slide. Ball gets by. Ireland gets at least 3. And maybe by the time Fitzgerald gets up and gets it, he could be churning around and making it inside the Parker, but gets the job done. And let's see who they bring in the pitching change for the Owls. Not really wasting a lot of time, and the first sign of trouble was Coach Horgan. And we do see number 23 on the mound. That would be Robert Fellows, a sophomore pitcher. And Robert Fellows, a right-hander, comes on into the game. Yeah, let me see seniors they have on the Timberlane Owls. Michael Santos-Wasso's a senior, as is Joe Raymond, Matt Fitzgerald, Caden Linehan, that is 4. Jackson Rose and Leland Tilton are 5 and 6. They have 6 seniors on their team. As for Bishop Guertin, they have 10 counted, including young man standing on second base, Liam Ireland, putting on a show. Was on base all day against Wyndham, scored 4 runs, I believe on 3 hits and a walk, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles in this one. 2 runs batted in. So as hot as the Timberlane Owls have been coming into this game, having won 6 in a row, Ireland is hotter. At this time of year. That's I believe that's climate correct as well for the nation, the Emerald Isle. So here's the relief pitcher, Robert Fellows, who has his hands full. Nobody out. Ireland's on second base, and the heart of the order coming up for the Cardinals. Nate Weiner struck out his first time up against the starter, Nate Hutchins, so he gets his first look at the relief pitcher. Hutchins gone. Hutchins did well against the 2 and 3 hitters. He got strikeouts with Nate Weiner and Gavin Santos, but not wanting to leave him in and roll the dice again, Coach Horgan lifts Hutchins, who might have been struggling a bit physically. It looked like he was uncomfortable from the first hit-by-pitch of the inning. Slicing it off to the left, and it's 1-1 to the Bishop Guertin third baseman, Nate Weiner. Beautiful day weather-wise for baseball here at Holman Stadium. Thing with the crowd, it's Super Saturday dissipates crowds all over the state. There's so many games going on. That's a slice foul past the third base coach. So, let's see. Timberlane Owls girls lacrosse team is in action today in the semifinals up at Manchester Memorial High School. Big lead off a second for Liam Ireland. The pitch takes the catcher out that way, so good decision to try not to steal, even though Ireland is really tough to throw out. And the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nate Weiner. Inside, ball 3. So Nate's going to take a little break, regroup a bit. No pitch clock in high school baseball, so you won't want to see those quirky violations that record a strikeout without a pitch being thrown. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ireland dancing off the bag and missing badly outside is Fellows. He walks the first batter he faces here in the third inning. Weiner takes his place at the first base bag, and here's the 3-hitter, Gavin Santos. Right-handed hitting third baseman, as Hannaford, James Hannaford, the catcher, goes out to talk to Robert Fellows. Have to look this up, but I feel like Robert Fellows is the name of a famous poet. 4-2. BG trails by 2 runs in this quarterfinal. Single elimination. New Hampshire D1 baseball playoff game in 2026. But the potential tying runs are on base for Santos with nobody out here in the 3rd inning. Checking the runner at second. Fellows throws. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. Carrasquillo to second for 1. To first. Not in time. Santos hustling to the max. Beats out the back end and stays out of the double play. So the Cardinals will have runners on the corners with 1 out. Good job by Fellows of inducing the double play ball. Carrasquillo with really quick hands there at shortstop made a nice flip to second, and it was only because of the great speed from Santos that kept Timberlane from completing that double play, because certainly the second baseman, McIntyre, did a great job. Carter McIntyre got rid of that, and it was an accurate throw to first base. Nothing wrong with the turn. Just Santos beat it out, and that wasn't an easy ball to beat out. It got to Carrasquillo pretty quickly, just past the infield grass. First and third, 1-0 is the count to Tyler Parks. Heavy hitting cleanup batter for the Cardinals. Oh, is it Santos leading off at first? Throw over to first base. Back safely. So Weiner out on the fielder's choice at second. Throw, fake the third, throw to first, and just barely getting back was Santos on the back end on a play that I really think they should outlaw. But you see it happen a lot. I don't understand how a pitcher can be on the rubber, step toward the base, and not have to just get rid of the ball at some point. Ground ball, hard hit at the second baseman. If they turn 2, the inning is over, and it is a bobble. And they're calling for interference from the Timberlane side. There's going to be a discussion about that. Run scores. It would be a 4-3 game unless, no, they're going to just, on the slide into second base, Santos slid and came up. You're probably going to see it on the replay of this, but it was a close play. It would have been a close play at first base. As Santos slid into the bag, he came up, and you can see Carrasquillo. Santos is going to, Parks is going to steal second base. As Santos came up on his slide, it kind of ticked the hand of Carrasquillo, the shortstop, so he was unable to make the throw to first base to possibly get Parks for the inning-ending double play. So 2 outs. Parks immediately steals second, and Ben Geiger lofts one to right field. It is playable, though, for Jones in right. No, that's the left fielder, right fielder for Timberlane that makes the catch that ends the inning in right field. So we have played through 3 full, and it is a much, much closer ball game now as the Cardinals put up 3 runs and trail it 4-3 on the flyout by Geiger to right. That's Santa Suaso out there in right field. So decent job by Fellows on in relief. He didn't give up the tie game. Keeps Timberlane in the lead by 1, and it's back to Cole Lancaster to work into the 4th inning of action here at Holman. It looked like it would be an absolute slugfest after Timberlane scored those 4 runs in the top of the first, but there's a bunch of zeros up there. Bottom of the first, all of the second, top of the third, and now 3 for BG in the bottom of the third. So we've had 4 and 3 runs scored by the respective teams. Not quite a slugfest, but it is white knuckle time here at Holman Stadium. As we move along to the middle of the ball game. welcome back Tom King. And Tom, got something to tell you.
Number 3, Nate Hutchins.
Hey, Tom.
Well, that was the inning I thought I'd see in the first
Yeah,
inning,
it's
right?
4-3. It's a close game. Now, I got something to tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember the dangers of the field, Mike? Were we talking about the danger of the field, Mike, over at Stellos?
Yeah.
Guess who was the danger today?
Me.
It was a nice G-rated conversation. We did mute it fairly shortly into it.
I was talking
but
about
I couldn't wait to tell you that.
I was asking the third base coach if this was the best Guertin hitting team.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation, actually. I thought you were in on the broadcaster saying I was doing a double take. Is Tom back? Ground ball foul.
Where's the mic?
It is that little black thing at the bottom of the center row.
See, there's another one.
On the railing. You see it?
Well, down behind home plate I do.
Yeah, that's where you were.
Oh, okay.
That was the conversation we got.
Yeah, when I was talking to him about how we do the coverage because he thought I had more than one game, and I really don't unless I want to go to
It was a Super Saturday conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't know, you don't know. See, this is how it works, John.
It's great. We got great equipment. I just want to say that.
See, this is how it works, John. Since you don't want to write for me, I have
you
to
know
go out
what?
and find
You
writers.
could go down there and do the whole game right there. Just, we'll get you a seat, talk right into that mic.
That's not bad. But I won't hear what you're saying.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we could fix that too.
But this is how it works. See, you don't know when, they change the times. Well, as I told you in a text, they change the times all the time, and so you can't count on them.
Nate Hutchins gets fooled, and it's a strikeout by Lancaster to begin the inning.
So for me, just to give people a little example of how the sausage is made, for me, if I get a couple of people during the week that say, hey, I'm available to do this or at this time on Saturday, do you need me? I grab them.
Yeah.
Because if you say no and then you're left holding the bag, what are you going to do, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I'd much rather, bounce around to another game. And speaking of bouncing around, there's a hit.
Frank Carrasquillo, the Timberlane shortstop's been on twice. He got that 2-run single, big hit for Timberlane his first time up. Now he takes a hit by pitch.
So you grab the contract writers, the stringers when you can, and that's what I did today, and got just about everything covered except that South Bedford boys lacrosse game, which is that going to be that close to? Warren?
Yes, it is. No,
I
I don't know.
I would
I don't know.
tend to doubt it. Trying to bunt.
Rooting for South.
Trying to bunt.
The bunt got Timberlane in trouble in the previous inning.
Yep.
They bunted into a double play. That was
Good defense by Guertin.
It was their cleanup hitter that bunted it.
I believe that was Jake Bowen out there, not Nate in left field.
Yes, and Nate's at third base.
Yep.
So that's how that works, yeah. Oh, no, Tyler Parks is at third base. It's Nate Bowen, yeah. Fisted to right, but getting back there's Tyler Parks. That's out number 2.
Yep.
Good job of jamming the hitter by Cole Lancaster.
I would imagine with the number 9 hitter up, you may see him try to steal.
Yeah, it's a one-run game.
And scoring position because you got a one-run game now. Every base is critical. You can take your time in other situations, but not this one.
Frank Carrasquillo, talented-looking shortstop for Timberlane. Does he have the wheels to steal a base here with 2 outs? Doesn't go that time. Fastball misses into the DH, Joe Raymond.
He's got that big. You get DH batting 9th. Am
I
right on that? Am I right?
You're absolutely right. He's batting for the third baseman,
yeah,
Xander Godzik.
Yeah.
Joe Raymond, the DH. Lancaster comes to the plate. Strike. Did you see his right arm go straight forward? Because I couldn't see it out to the side.
I was zooming in on second base, so I didn't even see the pitch.
I thought he punched forward.
Now, scoreboard's got 2-0.
Yeah, we'll have to watch his hands on the next pitch, see if he puts the count up. It's either 1-1 or 2-0. Pop up left side.
Not going to make it. I mean, not going to be in play.
In seats. Almost hits an umbrella over here.
And, John, I'll tell you what. We're up here. We get a little breeze through the windows and everything. It is humid and hot down there. It is hot on the field.
So the umpire just looked at the scoreboard, and he looked at his ball strike counter, and apparently that's
the right count.
That's the right count, 2-1.
Let's see.
Because he didn't make any gesture to change it. No, he's just pointing at the pitcher. 2 out, 2-1 count.
I think he's going. Let's see. No, maybe not. Nope.
Topped at the plate, foul ball.
He took off. Well, he took off on the batted ball, but
no, he definitely wasn't going.
He wasn't going. There's no doubt about it. But he has got a big lead. They're not throwing over there to try to try to hold them. That's the other thing, too. They're not throwing over there.
They don't have to.
Well, I mean, you know what? If they're not throwing over there, I'm going. Right?
Got to.
You know, what's he doing? He should be taking off.
He should be taking
His
advantage.
His right foot is right at that point of the grass, and he's not going.
Top to third. Long throw across the diamond. Accurately done.
Yeah, he looked to second to say, man, should I? No. Get the sure out at first base. Make that throw across the diamond.
Nate Weiner, good throw to Ben Geiger.
Weiner. And now what that does for Timberlane is they can lead off with their best hitters to start the next inning. They don't have to start at number 9. But we got a 4-3 game. Let's see if Guertin can get that run.
Let's talk about Liam Ireland, Tom. How about the season and the tournament he's having? For his,
that's the guy that had the soccer tournament, right?
He is.
You know, he does look the same in a baseball.
Here's what should happen.
He looks more intimidating in a soccer uniform than he does in a baseball uniform.
Yeah, it was Nick Chartier scored the 1-0 championship golden goal in that, right, against South?
Ireland, yep.
And Ireland was maybe the MVP of the game, we thought, even though Chartier got the goal.
Well, actually, I don't know. I think the MVP of the game might have been the goaltender.
And the goaltender deserves maybe co-MVP. So 1-0, and then we fast forward to hockey, and Jordan O'Hearn got the 1-0 golden goal to win the state championship for BG in hockey. And I say, hey, maybe it's Liam Ireland scoring the one run in extra innings.
We'll see, John Collins.
At Fisher Cat Stadium.
We'll see. Well, they got to get there first. They got to
get there first.
They got to get beyond the rest of this game, John. Let's not get carried away.
No, I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, you put that out there. You probably just jinxed them to a loss today. Yeah. You know, they got to get there.
They got to get there.
You got to get there, John.
Hey, you were the one that said they were going to hit the daylights out of the ball all game.
They got 3 runs now.
Huh?
Took them a couple innings to get going. Let's see.
They got 4, 5, 6, and 7.
It's too good of a hitting team
to keep down,
to not get beyond 4 runs, in my mind.
Right.
So against the number 2 pitcher on a 13th seed team. So
I
put that formula in, and that's what should happen. Now, will it happen? You can hit the ball hard right at people, which they've
Anything can happen in this tournament.
Right, which they've done a couple times.
In which we saw the 2, 3, 4 seeds get knocked out in the first round. And you know what? Trinity's, who knows, number 1 seed. They could follow suit today. We'll have to find out later.
They dominant all season long, except for when they played here, and they looked horrible in a win.
Yeah.
It was early in the year, and it was just really ragged baseball. But now they've really, really honed in. They were the favorites going into the season, so no one's surprised at where they are. They'll be surprised if they're not there when the lights come on at Delta Dental Stadium.
Pitcher Robert Fellows and his catcher James Hannaford wanted that strike call. They didn't get it. 2 balls in 1 strike off the plate outside. Swung on and missed. Fellows comes with the heat and throws it by Sirocco. It's 2-2. Caden Sirocco leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. BG trailing by a run.
It's just an opportunity for Guertin that you don't want to not take advantage of. You have the chance to play 3 home games, basically.
Yes.
You know, as a 5th seed, because the neutral field for the semis is your home field. So
golden opportunity.
You know, golden opportunity here.
The 2-2. Waves at it. Great pitch by Fellows.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. It's an unhittable pitch.
Yeah. And so first batter of the 4th for BG strikes out swinging, and here comes Cam Flanders, who lined out hard to the shortstop his first time up.
Now batting number 8, Cam Flanders.
Flanders tried to call timeout in the middle of that pitch, and it missed high apparently.
He had already started his windup just a little bit. Just a little bit. He had put the ball and done just what he does here, because he pitches out of the stretch. Does not wind up.
BG, one of at least 3 teams they're surprised to be hosting a home game today, Tom.
They're surprised maybe because of the upset.
Timberlane over Dover.
I guess you're right. They would be surprised.
You know what's interesting about Dover is they beat BG 13-0 earlier in the season. And if they had won, BG would be playing today up in Dover with that in their head, having their worst game of the season against the Green Wave. But they're gone. They've been evaporated by this hot Timberlane team. Strike call that was 3-0. It's 3-1.
That's a good take. It's right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get that run on, get that tying run on, and not
pop up in the infield. It's between everybody, And it's going to fall.
And it's a base hit.
Yes.
Falls
Carrasquillo, the shortstop, needed to charge in, but he kind of lost it early.
I'm telling you, pop-ups.
Yep,
High
you're
school
right. Every
level,
high school
I'm telling you, they
goes
just,
in the air. It's a problem.
It goes in the air. Anything can happen.
Tom, base hit?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't touch it. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't give him an error when he
You
just
can't.
misplays
Who's going
it.
to give it to? It should be a team error. You know what? They should have
They
TE.
should, but they don't.
They don't do
So
that.
you got to give him an infield hit.
So Cole Lancaster is now the pitcher
if
of record in
caught
the
it and
game.
dropped it, that's different.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, that would have been a good pitch to go on.
Which is funny because it means you made a better effort than what we just saw to get a glove on it. But
totally
it falls.
Totally lost it.
Yeah.
They need flip glasses.
Bright sun here. Do
Well,
they steal
it's,
with the
No, it's milky sun. It's not really bright.
is.
It's kind of milky.
bunting? Right back to the pitcher, but slowly bunted. Throw to first base in time.
Yeah.
Second out of the inning.
Yeah. Well, now with nobody out, okay. With two out, with one out, now it's 2 outs.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so you give up an out.
And you get the number 9 hitter.
9 hitter up. Yeah, that's maybe something you do if Ireland's on deck, right?
So, I don't know if he did
Bunting
that
for a
on his
hit.
own or
Definitely
what.
squared around as if it was a sack, but. And good play. How about this pitcher, Robert Fellows, Tom? He is a sophomore, and he's pitching with a lot of poise right now.
In relief. I think the starting pitcher went to third, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Coach Horgan for Timberlane lifting Hutchins, even though he was about to face a couple batters he had struck out earlier.
Yeah,
he didn't waste any time.
No. And
because he knew he had Fellows.
Well, that's just he had the plan, right?
Yeah.
He had the plan. He said, if my guy is just a little bit shaky, I'm going to get him.
And you can see why. Robert Fellows, quality arm coming in here. 1-1 is the count. And swinging through that. And Bowen's probably going to see a steady diet of that. And must make contact or the inning will be over. 1-2 is the count. At second base, Cam Flanders. That one misses just off the plate inside.
Yeah,
Coach Horgan came out of the dugout as if to celebrate the
It had the chalk of the
strikeout.
batter's box.
It did, yeah, it was inside. 1-2 is the count. Fisted towards second. Playing it on a hop to first just in time, but they get him.
Good speed, but not.
Yep.
Good speed, but the ball just needed to stay in the air a little bit longer for him to have that extra step to make it down the line. So
or not come up so easily.
3 innings left in Guertin's season, possibly. We'll see.
That's it. As we move along to the top of the 5th inning, and Timberlane will be looking for some insurance runs here at Holman on Super Saturday, quarterfinal round, single elimination, of course. As South Tom got eliminated by Londonderry, the 11 seed South losing to Londonderry in the first round, 5-2. The interesting thing,
they made a lot of defensive mistakes.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they had. I believe they had 3 key errors in that game that gave Londonderry some runs.
And it's an interesting thing to me is 8 days earlier the score was the same, the field was the same, 5-2.
Yep.
And then the tournament,
how about that? Yeah.
5-2.
Yep.
Yeah, so however the way they got there, it ended up in the same place. And pretty good season for South.
Well,
now,
the thing here, too, is Max Demers has been – South, I thought, went into this tournament in great pitching shape because they had a 1-2 punch of Brendan Doughty and Max Demers. So they started Demers, and he pitched really well against Londonderry. I wasn't there, but he pitched really well from the numbers and from who people I talked to. They started Demers because Doughty has had some shoulder issues and hadn't pitched in 2 weeks. So he was not available. So they went with Demers. Now, whether Doughty would have pitched if they went on into the next round, I don't know. But it's, and talking to Jimmy Guy, he said that was a case of never been there before, and with his players. I mean, South has been there before as a program, but not this group of kids. Never been there before, and it caught up to him.
So pressure on the top of the order for Timberlane here as the lead batter, Matt Fitzgerald, gets in there. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. It's the 5th inning. No guarantee that they would get back up in the 7th. Possible, but
if you would have told me that Cooper Hand would be on the mound longer than the Timberlane starter, I would have said not. After what we saw in the first inning, I would have said no way.
It's Cole Lancaster pitching, and it's a line drive base hit to left field.
Oh, is that Lancaster
Yeah,
now?
Lancaster came in a couple innings ago,
right.
and he's been doing well, but not this time as Fitzgerald gets on the hit column with a line drive, ringing line drive to left field. You know, he swung at the first pitch all 3 at-bats. He stuck to his plan. He had grounded out, popped out, and now he lines a single on the first pitch.
And my guess is he is going to be running. Leadoff hitter on, leadoff hitter in the lineup overall. He's going.
Not on that pitch, and looks like they wanted to bunt him over there, and the umpire says he did offer at a strike.
So a strike, yep.
And so I think it would have been a ball, but he pointed at the attempted bunt of Adrian Carrasquillo.
You know what?
Junior shortstop.
This is high school baseball.
Yeah.
I'm not sacrificing an out when I think my guy can steal second.
Yeah, he might have to now as he fouls off 2.
2 strikes. I mean, I got my leadoff hitter on. Why am I bunting him over? Run him.
Especially when you have the lead.
It's high school baseball.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have Johnny Bench behind the plate. No offense to Weiner, but I mean, this isn't a situation where in high school baseball there's dominant catchers around the state. I mean, it's every stolen base attempt is probably a 70-30 in favor of the runner. And look where he is.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Does he go now? Fitzgerald in a good spot, gets a good jump, and he's going to be able to stand up.
See, there you go.
Yep. So Carrasquillo didn't have to try to bunt after all, right, for Timberlane. But he's got the count 2-2. Back to even. Stolen base for Fitzgerald. Representing an insurance run for Timberlane, up 4-3 in the 5th of a scheduled 7-inning contest. Good block. Runner's going to go, and it's a good read because it got out in front of the catcher.
Yes.
So Fitzgerald's at third base with nobody out. And it is a tough spot here for Cole Lancaster. The infield is in all around for the Cardinals. Center field, this is going to get the run home, you would think, as it gets down. Liam Marlin took a look, but good read by Fitzgerald. He got 30 feet off the base and jaunts home, and it is a 5-3 2-run lead for Timberlane.
And that's a big run. The way Guertin has got their top of the order coming up next, that's a real good run. Scott Pater's coming out to the mound. He's going to make a change, I think.
Carrasquillo, 2 for 3, Tom. The junior shortstop having a game.
Yep.
So it is a 2-run lead for Timberlane and a pitching change as Joe Moniz, number 23.
Looks that way.
Yeah, will come into the game. Is that how you pronounce it? Moniz? Moniz.
I don't know.
Testing BG's pitching depth. Just call him Jomo.
Yeah.
Going to try to mow down some Timberlane hitters in the 5th inning to try to keep the score where it is.
That's
Fitzgerald gets the job done in the leadoff spot.
If you get Timberlane running all over the place after they put up a 4 spot in the first inning and they're up 5-3 now, that's danger. That's the danger zone.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, interesting that BG did dodge taking a road trip, but the bad news was they ran into maybe the hottest team in the tournament in these Timberlane Owls on a 6-game winning streak starting this afternoon. Starting the game after having had a 6-game winning streak. A streak that Bishop Guertin would like to continue. State finals every 10 years going back to 2006 they were in it.
Yep.
Lost to Memorial. 2016 they kind of got embarrassed by Bedford 22-4. And here we are 10 years later, 2026. But their run is in jeopardy. They're down by 2 deep into the bullpen, and the Owls, man on first and nobody out here in the 5th. Top of the order still up there. Mike Santosuaso, who did hit into a double play. He bunted into a he got a single. He's 2 for 2. He was the one that got doubled off when Hannaford, the guy that's on deck, bunted at the third baseman line drive. So, dangerous hitter here, Mike Santosuaso. See why he's in the 3 spot from Coach Horgan of Timberlane. Hard swing, high fly ball to left field, and hardly having to move out there.
Judging from the outfielder, Bowen was able to see it all the way.
So Santosuaso just gets under one and flies out on the first pitch he sees from Joe Moniz, and it is 1 out in the inning. Cleanup hitter. Hannaford knows he's not going to be bunting this time.
No, but is the runner going to be trying? I would say you get the cleanup hitter up. Might as well try to get him in scoring position, right?
Let's see if Carrasquillo takes off. He goes. Slow curve, and he's going to steal it easily.
Easily.
Into second base with a stolen base. Adrian Carrasquillo in scoring position.
Told you.
Yep.
In terms of trying to steal. I mean,
and now BG's got to prove they can throw somebody out, or everybody is going to be running.
No kidding.
Right away. In scoring position for the cleanup hitter. Ground ball, tough play. Thought about going to third, and
got
out
him.
at third. Gavin Santos with a huge play, even after had trouble getting out of the glove.
No kidding. Yeah, he hesitated. I said, uh-oh, this is going to be tough. But he makes the play. Ball hit to the left side, and
got the replay going.
Yeah, I don't think you go if you're the runner. I really don't.
That was a gamble.
Yeah.
He almost won that roll of dice.
Because Santos is running towards the third base bag on that play. So he shortens the throw. The only question is, can he come up with it cleanly? As you see there, he struggles a little bit, but he had plenty of time to make a throw to get him. And
he did. Clutch play by Santos. It was a base running mistake by the Owls.
No doubt about it. You don't try to go there if the ball's hit to that left side. You
and also,
put.
Tom, that's the kind of play where you can kind of wait till the shortstop throws to first and then go.
Yep.
Ground ball to third, and it is the end of the inning.
So they limit the damage big time.
Kieran Lamb grounds out.
Yep.
So we go to the bottom of the fifth. As Tom mentioned, BG down to their last 3 at-bats as a team, 5, 6, and 7, to keep their season alive. Pressure on the batters to come up with at least 2 runs. Here at historic Holman Stadium, John Collins along with Tom King, Jimmy Ahern and Michaela Savaggio, our crew here on the controls and on camera, and Dan Young back in the studio, keeping us on Nashua ETV on the air and on stream, and with those fabulous replays.
This game is going to come down to Guertin's bats. They need to hit like they've hit a lot during the regular season. If they don't do that over these next 3 innings, this game will be over. It's that simple, John.
It is.
It
really
comes
is. Down to that.
It comes down to their offense. It really does. Their offense has got to come through for them.
So I know one person that has come through time and time again, Liam Ireland, and he will lead off in the top of the 5th inning. And the pressure is on him to do it yet again, followed by Nate Weiner and Gavin Santos at the top of the order. And Robert Fellows, a young fellow that has a great right arm and a lot of poise for a sophomore pitcher. It's going to be good for another 2 years for the Owls. On in relief in this single elimination game as the Cinderella run continues for Timberlane, at least for the moment, up by 2 late in the quarters. Other games going on today. There was one that started at noontime. That was Spalding at Londonderry. They must be pretty far along if it's not a final already. There was a 2 o'clock game that started just minutes ago at SNHU. Trinity hosting Goffstown at SNHU today, the site. 2 p.m. start.
I got a question about all that.
And then Portsmouth Exeter at 4.
I got a question about all that. If SNU is going to, and the NHIAA doesn't have SNU for that field, Trinity did. Okay? Trinity got that field. If that's the case, then why doesn't SNU just open things up for some of the tournaments? It just boggles my mind that doesn't happen. And I know that there's going to be a more of an effort there. I believe there's been an AD change there, and I think the NHIAA is going to make more of an effort. Because one sport they'd really like to get back to SNU would be softball. Yes.
Yeah, I know you would like that.
D1 and Division D1 and 2.
Yeah.
Play 3 and 4 up at Plymouth. Play 1 and 2. In reasonable territory.
Fellow starts Liam Ireland off with a breaking ball for strike 1. And then another slow pitch, but misses down. It's 1-1. Bedford TV will bring us the boys lacrosse game at 4 o'clock on Nashua ETV, Tom.
There we go.
If the baseball game is not over by 4 p.m., Nashua ETV Channel 22 will switch over to the game when it is finished, as Ireland lines one off to the right. Nashua Community Media will switch over to the game in progress, so you won't have to miss any of it. You have a choice. You stay here with the baseball game on Channel 22 or Nashua Community Media HD 1076 if you want to see the Bedford and South lacrosse game from the beginning. Golfs it to the right side. This is going to get out of play as well. Off the railing. That was actually DJ Boston catchable.
It was.
You had to get over there first.
Yeah, you had to get over there, yeah.
Take it off the rail. 1-2 is the count to Liam Ireland, who's fighting for this at bat and for the team's playoff live here. Although he might get up again, possibly, before the game is done, especially if we go extras. 1-2. Again, fouls it to the right. This one clearly out of play. Battle here between Robert Fellows, sophomore pitcher, and the senior Liam Ireland in the batter's box, who I believe has reached base 6 straight times in this tournament with 3 hits and a walk and 2 doubles today. Lofts it to center, but it's going to hang up there for the center fielder.
Yes,
and Timberlane recognizes what a big out that is.
That is. You wanted Ireland on base. Just did not happen.
So, gloved out there by Matt Fitzgerald for Timberlane, and 1 up and 1 down in the BG fifth. The 2-hitter, Nate Weiner, has struck out and walked. BG down by 2, needs some base runners. Just off the plate outside, ball 1. Timberlane bench and their fans hanging on every pitch. That one's down and in, 2-0. Owls playing Weiner straight away at all positions. Cheating in on the grass a little bit. At third is Xander Godzik, in case he lays down a bunt. Ball 3. Fellows with some uncharacteristic wildness. He's had a lot of 2-strike, 1-2, 2-1 type of counts, but 3-0.
That should be on the shoulders.
That was a inside corner at the knees.
Unhittable pitch.
Yeah, he's the one to take, but it's 3-1 now. Foul tipped into the mitt. We've gone full. Fellows fighting back. Mentioned that sophomore poise.
Those strikes. Yep, exactly. He doesn't look like a sophomore, that's for sure.
No. And a spoil there. That was on the outside edge of the plate. Looked like a strike. I saw an interesting thing in college game last night. The area between home plate and the chalk line of the batter's box inside, they call it the river now. Strike 3 called outside corner.
Man, 3-0,
2 outs.
and you come back and get him.
Wow.
And you get Weiner, and now you got to deal with Santos.
2 big outs.
You cannot
for
have
Robert Fellows.
You cannot have the bat on your shoulders in this game anymore.
No.
You got to spoil pitches. If you don't think it's close, Spoil it.
Yeah.
Don't leave it to chance.
Or the umpire.
A pitch like that, okay, you take it. Obviously, it's way out there. It bounces the whole bit.
Yeah. So what does he do? Go 3-0 on Santos and set him up again? As he throws the first one in the dirt. Strike called.
The outer half of the plate is in the zone for this umpire.
The mechanics on Fellows,
He
like you said, he looks like a senior out there.
But he doesn't overthrow. Shortens his stride.
And he almost hit him with that one.
Hit him. But he shortens his stride.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
Stays within himself, so to speak.
Well, he pitches out of the stretch. See, there's no windup.
Oh, yeah. Simplifies it.
Right, exactly.
Bounced that one. So
eventually
we praise, and he
eventually he's
throws
gonna
a
get
couple
tired.
wild ones.
Yeah,
it could be. We don't know how much he pitched in the first round. Maybe he started that game. Who knows? I didn't see the summary, actually, but what a job of strike swinging. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It is gone full. Tough relief pitcher on the mound for the Owls.
This is key. If you can go 1, 2, 3 against the top of this lineup, ouch.
Calling timeout, and that is, whoa.
Well, here's what he did. He called timeout.
He got in the box, looked fully ready to hit.
Yeah,
and
he
then
looked ready to hit, called timeout, and then stayed in the box. Probably because he's waiting for the umpire to say, okay.
Yeah, it's dangerous because if he doesn't give it to you. Hard hit, but they play him perfectly like a left-handed batter, and he's out.
They played him to hit the opposite way, and he made the play. If they had played him to pull, it's probably a base hit or a close play at first, and now Guertin, down 2, has only 6 outs.
Only 6 outs. Joe Money's back to the mound. It's getting late early, as Yogi used to say, here at Holman Stadium. Joe Money's back to pitch, and his job, of course, to keep Timberlane right where they are at the 5 runs scored. Surprising to me pitching performance by these Owls, and namely Fellows, on in relief of Nate Hutchins, the starter, who did give up 2 runs, but maybe he got charged with all 3. But Fellows has certainly been exactly what their team needed.
He put 3 people on. Well, did he put 3 people on? I'm not sure.
They took him out when he got out after Ireland hit his second double in the third inning.
He put 3 people on. So, yeah, he charged
Yeah,
all
he put
3.
the 8, 9, and 1 batters on.
So he's charged with all 3.
All 3, yeah. So Fellows has thrown scoreless balls since coming in. Did allow the inherited runner to score, but nothing else since the 3rd inning. That was huge. So what do we have? Do we have something's loose behind home plate? Home plate umpire is pointing it out. It was a ball. Nate Hutchins, the batter. He started the game as the pitcher and stayed in. Facing Joe Moniz. Rocks and throws. Strike on the check. Yep. Unable to hold up.
Yeah, unable to hold up because the pitch wasn't a strike.
Top of the 6th inning. In a scheduled 7-inning game. Hutchins has popped out and struck out. Strike 2. Moniz pouring it in to the 6th hitter in the lineup. Took a lot off. Playable right side. Going back as the second baseman. Good range. Tyler Parks makes it look easy, and it's 1 out.
Now batting number 6.
In the Timberlane 6th, Frank Carrasquillo has been on both times. Single and a hit by pitch for the Timberlane first baseman. I think his brother's the shortstop. Adrian Carrasquillo. Talented baseball family. The pitch. Almost hit him. And that's the part that they call the river now in college girls, women's softball anyway. If you stick your elbow into the river and there's any indication from the umpire that you didn't try to get it out of the way or you tried to get hit, they'll negate the hit by pitch.
I saw that once here, way back, maybe 20-some-odd years ago.
2-0 is the count.
One of the Guertin coaches went bananas when they called a Guertin kid not getting out of the way. And
Was it a key spot in the game?
yeah, it was a quarterfinal game. Guertin lost it. Yep.
Oh.
It was a key spot. It was late in the game.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we rent people on base, the whole bit.
So Mona's in danger of a 4-pitch walk here. Throws a nice strike over the outer third.
And he just has to keep throwing that.
Yeah.
Now let your defense
Nothing
take
fancy.
care.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy. Let your defense do the trick. Got one out. And he does. Right down the middle. And
again, it's
pop
the
up.
second baseman, Parks, who's playing like a Silver Knight out there with the catches of the pop-ups. Or should I say minor leaguer?
I still do not know how Vacchiano got that third out.
Really,
I really don't. He had a lot of speed in the box. Yep.
Yes.
If it was a left-handed hitter, it wouldn't have happened. But right-handed hitter, had to get that extra 3 steps, right? So that bought him some time.
Game ender. Great defensive play for the Silver Knights.
But once that ball goes over the pitcher, there's no chance at it.
Carter McIntyre 0 for 2. He's grounded out, popped out to second base. And Tyler Parks, who's been busy in the game, catching pop-ups. That one hits home plate and goes over everybody to the screen.
And you could hear the bounce on the mic.
Yeah, our field mic picking it up. Pete Johnson at work, even when he's at play. That great equipment. Dan Young running the show back in the studio, and we've got Jimmy Ahern and Michaela Savageau with us. John Collins along with Tom King.
Dan Young's at play even when he's at work.
Been accused of that, but
I couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
He's cranking out those replays. We love it. The 2-1. 3-1.
Yep. Just nice and easy.
And again,
ball over the plate.
Moniz
Let him hit
needs
it.
to split the plate 4 ways with this next pitch.
He's not going to put it out of the park. Let him hit it.
Missed up and in, though. So a 2-out walk to McIntyre. Here comes the 9-hitter, Raymond. He would love to get on for the top of the order, who are now guaranteed to get up in the 7th at least, if not here in the 6th, as the away team leading by 2, 5-3. Joe Raymond has grounded out twice in 2 at-bats. Strike. That's the pitch he wanted to throw to McIntyre, a pitch earlier, but he does.
Surprised I didn't see him. He looked over there, but I'm surprised I didn't see him throw over there to start just make sure that he's. There he goes.
Dives back in safely. Yeah, they want to test the BG battery. The pitch is going to almost hit him. Inside off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Zach Jones, the catcher for BG. Is going to be tested again. No, ground ball foul to the left side.
Run.
See, Zach Jones is, I think we talked about this previously. He's a junior. He's a catcher, first baseman. And looking runnerish over there is Carter McIntyre. Pretty decent lead off of first base, and he's not going on this one. Swaved out in the dirt. He's going to get to second base, though. Or is that the end of the inning? That's the strike 3. Strike three. Raymond.
Yep.
Ball was in the dirt.
He got to second, but he can't stay there.
It doesn't count. Yeah, and also Raymond should have ran on that because it was 2 outs, even though first base was occupied. But we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. BG with 6 outs left to try to get at least 2 runs. And they will be sending the 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate in the 6th inning.
Well, that's what's different about this Guertin team. If you told me, okay, they're down 2 runs, but they have 2 innings left, they have 6 outs, 2 chances at it, I would say the odds are in their favor because of the way they hit. But I'm not seeing the pitcher that I'm seeing right now who's really kept them in check.
He has. Robert Fellows coming on in relief for this Timberlane squad.
Gave 1 run scored on the fielder's choice, right, on the force out at second base. 1 run scored, and he has only given up an infield hit, John.
How about that?
That's all he's given up.
Featuring mainly the fastball.
Yep.
And maybe preying on the nerves of BG hitters a little bit.
Well, that's just it. You wonder when they start to, are they going to press? You know?
And, they have had some line-outs in this game that make you question whether their luck is on their side today. Line out to third, line out to short. Got to make something happen, though, in either the 6th or 7th innings.
Interesting sky. I don't know.
It is interesting. It looks semi-threatening.
Well, that's just it. I don't know what's behind us.
Although it was supposed to rain later in the day today, right? That's what I saw a few days ago on the forecast.
The chance is, because of the humidity, the chance is that thunderstorms can pop up, and we're supposed to get a little bit of rain coming in later on in the evening.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see the L word. I know that.
Yep.
I haven't seen it yet this spring. I don't want to start now.
Especially since you're going to Stellos Cross.
Going Memorial, Tom.
Oh, you go.
D2.
You're D2
yeah,
today.
I'm watching another Timberlane team today.
You're not the girls today.
Timberlane
you're D2.
girls lacrosse still alive
go.
in the semis.
There you go.
Rich McDonough and I will be doing that for another network. But you will be seeing on this network Bedford Boys Lacrosse hosting Nashua South on Bedford Community TV. We will simulcast with them.
And this is going to be one of those days where you
1-1.
You want to look on your phone.
0-2. Sorry.
You want to look on your phone and check the weather where you're going.
Oh yeah.
Because it's going to be raining in some areas and not in others.
Right.
That's what you want to check.
Oh right. The radar.
Yeah.
Robert Fellows, that curveball got away a little bit, and that tells you what? Fastball. He didn't control that breaking ball very good.
No.
But it's 0-2 meanwhile. He's throwing a lot of strikes.
To Parks. Parks is a very good hitter.
Fists it right up this way, but the net does a nice catch again.
Yeah.
1-2. Holman Hall of Famer, Lions Club Hall of Famer, Tom King will be inducted on July 4th here at the historic Ball Yard.
And I'll be here in the morning. We'll be doing the Silver Knights game.
That's
here
right,
for
we
ETV.
will. That's right.
7-inning game.
It's before that game, right? Where it happens?
No,
when
they
you get inducted?
They do it before the fireworks show.
Okay. After the game.
I'll be coming back.
It would have been better if they did it before the game, I think.
I mean,
more people in the stands and pay attention.
Either way. That's true.
You'll take it.
More paying
but either way, you'll
probably
be inscribed in brass, I guess,
yes,
out front.
How about that, huh?
That's incredible. So
can't avoid me.
Yeah.
Can't avoid
and
me.
let's say 10, 20 years from now, Michaela Savageau will walk by that and say, it'll put her fingers on the Tom King inscription and say, I used to work with that guy, the late Tom King. But I'm in the same boat with you, Tom, so don't worry about it.
That's right. Exactly. Now, I'm going to point somebody out.
Unless you live to be 99. Like my dad would have been 99 today. It would have been his 99th birthday.
I'm going to point. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm going to point somebody out. Right in front of you. You see the guy in the baseball cap sitting in the concourse seats. Right in front of you. Right down below you. Right behind home plate.
Yes.
Up here on the concourse.
I do. I see him.
With the baseball cap on.
Fisted a lot of play. And who is that?
That, if I'm not mistaken, is Ruben Rodriguez. And for those of you who don't know, Ruben Rodriguez played with the Nashua Pirates back in the mid-'80s.
White shirt. Yep. White shirt, blue cap, right, Tom?
No. Right. Well, next to him. This is the guy next to him.
The guy next to him in the. That's Ruben Rodriguez. Yes, it is Ruben Rodriguez.
Ruben Rodriguez.
Now I recognize him.
Yes,
physically.
Right.
Yeah, it's this person right here in the handicap seats, Michaela, with the backward baseball cap and sunglasses on the backward baseball
Sitting
cap.
next to the guy in the blue shirt, blue hoodie with the white sun hat on.
You gonna say hi to him?
Not right now.
Ruben
will say hi to me.
Nashua Pirates.
He's been around for a while. Yep. Ruben Rodriguez.
The 1-2 pitch, 2-2.
Prospect.
Epic at bat here, Tyler
Prospect in
Parks.
the Pirates organization back then. In 1986, he was promoted to AAA. Started the year in Nashua, went up to Dublin. That was my first year at the Telegraph.
The 2-2 misses, 3-2. It seems like Robert Fellows, as good as he's been, he likes to play on the edge. He likes 3-2 counts.
Parks has been up there, it seems, for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste. I mean, not Park. Yeah, Tyler Parks. You don't want to waste this at bat. Oh, I don't
rips
think
it
he
to
does.
deep left center. Nobody's going to get that one, and it is gone. A home run for Tyler Parks. The good news for Timberlane, nobody on base, but it is a 5-4 game.
Right.
What a shot on 3-2. It just kept going. New power indeed.
Wow. That was a rope. What did it take, about 3 seconds to get out of here?
Yes.
I told you, very good hitter.
Tyler Parks with an exclamation point of a home run as we watch that replay. Just tremendous
My
as
goodness,
he circles
he
the bases.
just got a pitch that he just could turn on, right?
Absolutely.
And it was a short, compact swing. It's not like he was swinging for the fences. He made contact, kept his elbows in, it looks like, John, and just pulverized it.
He did. You know, it reminded me of the hitter's adage. If you try to hit it far, you will not hit it hard. If you try to hit it hard, it will go far.
Right.
And that's exactly what had happened right there for Tyler Parks. What a home run and what a spot. And then Fellows throws a 50-footer to the plate. Ball one to Geiger. Ben Geiger looking for his first hit tonight. That one's a strike on the outside corner. Fellows trying to regather himself and remind himself that was just one run. It was a solo homer. Nobody out, though, in the sixth.
Wow.
In the zone, according, Geiger gave a little bit of a grimace there. Thought it was low. 1-2 is the count to the BG first baseman. And he got frozen on the breaking ball.
Yeah, but you know what? That ball didn't break a ton.
No.
That ball's around the plate. You got to be swinging the bat if you're Ben Geiger.
Yeah, and he knows it.
Yep. You cannot. Look.
1 out.
The bottom line is this, John. You're down a run in a tournament game. You cannot stand there with the bat on your shoulders. You cannot do it. If you're not sure if it's a strike or not, and it's close, swing the bat and spoil it.
Strike one to Caden Sirocco.
You can take a strike here and there, but you got 2 strikes, you are not sitting there with the bat on your shoulders. You cannot do it.
And now Fellows has his mojo back.
That's it. You fellas is ahead in the count. That's what he's been doing the whole time.
0-2. He's not stopped throwing strikes.
He was down in the count on 3-2 with Parks, right?
Yeah.
So
he was maybe being a little bit tentative in that at bat. Not anymore. And he doesn't even waste one to Sirocco. He came right after him on 0-2. No waste pitch there.
No.
That was belt high down the middle.
Him.
And he's pitching to contact right now. Still has the lead 5-4 here in the sixth. Curveball stayed up, and the ump thought about it.
And that
was almost the pitch that got Geiger out.
That's one of those pitches where, you know what, you better be right.
Yep. 1-2. That's off the plate. That's a good take by Sirocco.
It is.
Yeah, well off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but a competitive pitch by Robert Fellows. The 2-2 fouled.
That's the kind of pitch you want to make sure you spoil.
This kid is an impressive young man. I got to check the roster again. Is he really a sophomore? Yeah.
Yep.
10th grade. Fly ball, center field. Backing up is Fitzgerald, but he's got it for out number 2. Sirocco flies out. Here comes Cam Flanders, who's hit the ball hard a couple of times. Lined out to the shortstop and singled.
If he does not get on base, Guertin will start the 7th with 8-9-1.
Not ideal.
Not for Guertin. Timberlane is it's perfect for them.
Oh yeah. So
boy, I'll tell you, this is
still buzzing over the Tyler Parks home run, but will it be in vain?
It doesn't do a lot of damage, right? You're up. You still, like you said, the best thing for Timberlane was there was no one on base. He was leading off the inning.
And Flanders looks at strike 1. To center, but it's hanging up there for Fitzgerald.
Right
out number 3.
Yep.
And BG will be down to their last at bat. They're down by 1 run after the line drive home run by Tyler Parks makes it a 5-4 game. at historic Holman Stadium. Timberlane trying to make school history of their own by advancing to the final game at least for the first time.
They got to get to the semis.
They got to get to the semis, and but their dream is alive, is what I mean.
You got to win the semis too. So that's going to be easier said than done.
And also the semis will be here.
Yes.
So
4 and 7 o'clock at Holman Stadium.
Next Wednesday.
2 years ago, we had Nashua North as an upset-minded team and took Pinkerton to extra innings in one of the best high school games I've seen.
Oh yeah, that had the big boy in it, didn't it? Or not? The
Jackson Marshall.
Jackson Marshall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did. Big East Player of the Year. Who's not right now? I believe he's playing his summer ball in Keene with the Swamp Bats.
Oh,
we may
is he?
see Jackson Marshall
In that game?
in the exhibition game. I believe we're doing that.
It's a
for
Monday
UTV.
night in July.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're playing 2 of them. They're playing 1 here and 1 at Keene.
So Joe Moniz will come in. He's done a pretty good job in relief.
And now he's going to face the top of the order.
Yeah, Fitzgerald gets another whack at it. After successes last time up, a ringing single to left center. He's 1 for 3, the leadoff batter in the order for the Timberlane Owls, who are up by 1, looking for an insurance run or more here in the top of the 7th inning to really put the pressure on Guertin in the bottom half. So, Tom, you called it. It'll be 8-9-1 for BG in the 7th inning.
I bunt. Bottom of the order, if they're not swinging away, I'd
If
drop
they do
down.
have bunting ability,
I'd drop down a couple of
Yeah.
bunts and make Timberlane make a play.
Third baseline,
Yeah.
because you got a righty on the mound. Maybe falls off towards first.
Put the pressure on the defense. Zach
You saw
Harris,
Wyndham do that.
Zach Harris always
against-
says at Nashua North, coach, high school games, a lot of them are lost rather than won. Right? In other words, the other team made the mistakes to lose it. So
Matt Fitzgerald, who
in this game, I think Timberlane will win it. I mean, if they win the game. Because if they win the game the way it is now, because Guertin made a big mistake. They made that mistake out in left field. That was a huge mistake. That was a run-costing mistake. 2 runs.
that could come back to haunt.
Right over me. On that foul
Definitely.
ball.
4-run first inning.
Let the record show I did not move in on that ball, and I wasn't moving out.
The surprising thing about that 4-run rally in the first is that this young man, Fitzgerald, made an out to start the inning.
Yes,
And they still
grounded out,
scored
yeah.
4 on the first pitch of the game.
Yeah.
0-2 is the count, though, on Fitzgerald as Moniz throwing nothing but strikes, except missed
Waste
with that
pitch.
one.
Good waste pitch.
1-2. As Zach Jones went down into the Tony Pena stand, sticking his right leg way out there.
What a big run, though, for Timberlane. Back in the 5th inning.
Line drive foul to the right. Fitzgerald fighting for his at-bat life.
All because of the base running.
Yeah.
You're on first, you make your way to third, you're able to score.
1-2 is the count. Moniz has his sign and delivers. Curveball and just getting a piece. Fitzgerald stays up there with the foul tip to the backstop. Pressure baseball, single elimination 2026 tournament. Hammered, tough play, center field base hit. Fitzgerald's 2 for 4.
Curveball out over the plate, and Fitzgerald was able to take advantage of it. And okay, strap him up.
And Fitzgerald is probably going to be running.
Exactly. So get ready for it. He's going to be moving one way or the other.
And Jones,
Whether it's going to be on a batted ball, or whether it's going to be on a hit and run, or whether it's going to be on a stolen base attempt.
So
And they'll feel it out a little bit. I don't think he'll go right away. Well, that foot is on that edge. Fakes it.
Carrasquillo with 2 hits in the game. And a stolen base and a run scored in the 2 spot in the order. Adrian Carrasquillo. 1 on, no out in the Timberlane 7th. Leading the game by a run, 5-4. The pitch. Bunting foul. And back to your point, Tom, about BG really hasn't proven they can throw anybody out stealing yet. But they need to execute. If Carrasquillo does get this bunt down, he's got some speed. That would have been a kind of a obstructed throw. You got to go right down the line with it if you're the catcher. Jones cheating in at third.
There he goes.
Weiner bunts it back toward the pitcher.
Got to go to first.
And it's a good throw from Moniz.
Now you got another insurance run sitting there at second base once again. And who knows, John? You think he'll stay at second? Maybe go try to get third. I don't know, but
you never know. He definitely have to keep an eye on him and keep him close, as they say.
No kidding,
Santa Suazo grounded into a fielder's choice his previous time up, but he's a good hitter. He's singled twice in this game. And are they going to put him on? Yeah.
I believe, yes, they're going to put him on.
Yep, and that's credit or a tribute to Santa Suazo's hitting ability. They're going to set up the force and put him on and face the four-hitter, James Hannaford, who bunted into a double play, singled, and got hit by a pitch and scored a run. So looking for his first hit is Hannaford, also had a fielder's choice. Joe Moniz in a jam here, one out, first and second. Trying to preserve a one-run deficit. No more runs for Timberlane to make the comeback more difficult. Good block by Jones on a ball appeared to be in the dirt. 1-0. Timberlane players on the bench and the fans been super vocal since the opening of the game. And they've got a lot to cheer about. Foul down the right field way.
No one's going to get that.
1-1 is the count. On the Timberlane catcher, James Hannaford. Took a deep breath after that.
John, you missed your chance. I believe the bus is left for the Silver Knights to go to Norwich. You missed your chance to get on the bus.
You saw it leave. The pitch.
I did not.
I don't want to miss this.
I did not, but I don't see anybody hanging around out there anymore. So.
Okay. They can watch the live stream on their phone, right?
Yes.
Nashua Community Media app. Download it if you don't have it. To right field. It's going to hang up there.
Gotta get in there.
The right fielder did a good job of calling off. That was, I believe, Lancaster.
Was going out there. Lancaster.
No, it was Flanders, right?
Yep.
So he had to call Tyler Parks off there. He wasn't going to let that fall.
But that's a great
and there could have been
play.
A collision.
He knew he had to really get in and hustle.
So that's two outs to go.
I always think the guy that's coming in has got the better chance.
Absolutely.
Than the guy going backwards.
And he's got to be vocal.
Right.
He either has to say, I got it, or you take it.
Right,
one of the
right.
two. Let's just take the confusion.
Yeah, go you.
Exactly.
Right.
Because you don't want the collision. That's what you don't want. Kieran Lamb hammered a double that went over the head of the left fielder for BG.
Jake Bowen,
and that was Nate Bowen. It was a big hit back in the first inning, that, as Tom mentioned, 2-0, and then he came home in the single by Frank Carrasquillo.
And it wasn't even that Bowen started coming in. He kind of froze, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he picked the ball up.
Yeah, the proper read was to go back right away, but of course that's easier said than done.
Exactly.
0-1 is the count on Lamb. Also flied out and grounded out. Jones goes out to get that breaking ball that just drifted. 1-1. 2 out. BG trying to get to the bottom of the 7th. Trailing by just the 1 run. The 1-1 pitch.
Ooh, up and in. Nice pitch.
He could not get to that. Waves through it, and it's 1-2. Joe Moniz.
Well, he's given Guertin some quality innings.
Sure has.
Yeah, I mean, that one run he let up was really not his fault in a way.
And swung on a miss. Goes up the ladder again.
Showtime.
Absolutely. Needing 1 run to keep their season alive at least. Bishop Guertin with the 8-9-1 due up here in the bottom of the 7th in the quarterfinal round, finding themselves down by a run to the 13 seed Timberlane Owls, who have been on a run to end the season on into the playoffs. They've won 6 in a row, trying to make it 7 at BG's expense.
And here, look at the Cardinals now. They're all huddled up. And let's see.
Let's see if they go with any pinch hitters at all. Carter McIntyre, Joe Raymond, and then, that's the other team. Cole Lancaster, Jake Bowen, and Liam Ireland due up in the inning.
And John, if it gets to 2 outs and nobody on, I will make my way down to get some reaction shots early. So
Tom, I don't know. We had Cole Lancaster batting in this spot, right? So I see on deck swinging a bat is Nate Bowen. So
Nate Bowen will be.
He was being DH'd for, right? So they're going to put him in. To the lineup, and maybe he's a bunter. Maybe he's gonna.
Bowen's a.
No, he's a big swinger.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's a big kid.
He is a big kid.
It's the football quarterback.
That's right. Yeah. But the options on the table. Great speed, right?
They're talking to him.
Yeah.
They're talking to him. A couple players are talking to him. See what he wants to do and how to do it. So
as poised as Robert Fellows has been, the sophomore relief pitcher for Timberlane, who's right now the MVP of the game.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Is he able to continue it on it? Does he realize what he's doing?
Oh, he knows
how hard it is to do.
He knows. I mean.
Shouldn't even think about it.
He got a taste of how good this Guertin lineup is when they, when Parks nailed that home run. So
that's true. That's true. And he just kept going.
The thing
you want to do. Took him a second to recover.
The thing you want to do is get that first out if you're the Owls, right? Get the pressure off.
Yeah. Big
leadoff guy gets on. All of a sudden, everybody starts chirping, and the pressure is on.
Nate Bowen takes strike one, and how about Fellows pours it in there?
Yep.
Those great mechanics and steely nerves.
Comes down to this.
Pop up.
Oh.
Second baseman calling for it, nobody else, and it is 1 out in the inning.
Wow.
And the reaction, too, from Fellows, the pitcher. Knew how big that out was.
Now you got Jake Bowen.
Jake Bowen up. Walked and scored and grounded out to second. Ball one high. Straight away at all positions. The Owls on defense. Strike called inside corner.
That's a big first out, right?
Sure is.
Take that pressure off if you're Timberlane and now see what happens.
Big hack, and it's 1-2 as Robert Fellows continues to pump strikes into the zone. Up by a run.
Nice pitch.
2-2.
Yep.
2 outs away from victory. BG's 2 outs away from their season ending. They need a run here in the 7th. Fouls it off, still 2-2. Another thing that Fellows does well is he doesn't waste a lot of time in between pitches.
No, I mean, exactly. Because he hasn't had a lot of runners on either, John, right? That's when they really slow down pitchers.
Gets the ball, gets the sign, and delivers.
Gets the ball, and here we go.
Strike 3!
All right, John Collins, down I go.
And Liam Ireland needs to reach safely. 2 outs in the BG 7th. Down 5-4, their season on the line. And best hitter up there in Ireland. 2 doubles and a fly out to center. 5 hits in 2 games in the tournament. And a walk and all kinds of damage. The senior against Robert Fellows in the dirt. Ball 1. Steely-nerved sophomore Robert Fellows trying to close it out here at BG's home stadium and continue Timberlane's run in these 2026 playoffs. Curveball finds the inside corner. What a pitch by Fellows. 1-1 is the count. Single elimination tournament pitching is so important, and Timberlane appears to have it, at least in this young man. And coming through, Liam Ireland, base hit center field. How about him? 3 hits in the game. solidly struck. And here goes Nate Weiner. Couple strikeouts and a walk. 2 outs. BG with the potential game-tying run at first base. Timberlane 1 out away from victory. Weiner takes a strike at the top of the zone. You can see him grimace, thought it was maybe a little high. Thought about it. It's in the zone. Top of the frame, 0-1. The pitch. High, ball 1, throw to second, and in there, like he's Dave Roberts in 2004, goes Liam Ireland. He had that base stolen by a lot, but he was not taking any chances with the Superman dive. He is in scoring position. The count is 1-1 against Nate Weiner. A base hit could tie the game and keep BG's season alive. Timberlane an out away from continuing their Cinderella run that will have to go through Holman Stadium in the semis for either of these two teams, whoever comes out on top. The 1-1 pitch, up and away, 2-1. Weiner, of course, needs to hit strikes, but he also doesn't want to chase. Down to one precious team out. Gavin Santos is on deck. The pitch, ball low, 3-1. A collective groan from the Timberlane fans and team wanting that call. Just off frame, though. 3 balls in 1 strike. Will he walk Weiner? Will he throw him something right down the middle? Down the middle, fisted to left center. Will it fall? Will it be caught? It is caught. Timberlane wins it. Out number 3. And the number 13 seed is going to the semifinals. Bishop Guertin's season ends on a shallow fly to left center. Closing the gap and making the play, Kieran Lamb. And that is the end of BG's season. Timberlane with the upset victory here in the quarterfinals. Not how BG or their fans wanted to see it end, but congratulations to a red-hot underdog team. The Timberlane Owls, the number 13 seed, will move along to play in the semifinals against the winner of either Trinity or Goffstown, a 2 o'clock game that's probably halfway done up at SNHU. But Timberlane and Coach Alex Horgan, congratulations to you all, and we will see you in the semis. Thanks so much to our crew, Michaela Savageau, Jimmy Ahern, Dan Young, running the show in place of Pete Johnson back in our Nashua ETV studios. Great replays, Dan. I'm John Collins for my partner, Tom King, and saying thank you for watching. Stay tuned, 4 o'clock. We got Bedford versus South boys lacrosse in the tournament on Super Saturday. I'll say good afternoon from Holman Stadium, everybody, and thank you for watching Nashua ETV.